Hello everyone, and welcome to the end of round 10 of my solo playthrough of Axis and Ally Stalingrad. And as always, I'll tell you what happened. I placed a couple of green chips now next to things I wanted to point out. Here, the Germans tried to bomb the ice road. You cannot destroy the ice road itself, but of course you can destroy any units on it. But unfortunately, that didn't work out for them because they actually lost 2 bombers in the process. Oh, wait a minute. That may have been over here. Yes, that actually happened over here. And here, a single fighter took out the infantry that was trying to cross, and the artillery that was being carried on this ice bridge actually ended up in the train station because you can still move after landing if you're not locked in combat. So finally, the artillery did a good job there. The Barricada factory was finally taken as well by the Russians. It happened on the Russian round, but it did happen on this round. They also moved through the Red October steelworks factory from the tractor factory. They also took this one. The 2 artillery moved into the bread factory and the Barricada workers settlement. So maybe it was actually destroyed on the German turn. They were free to move. So that's what happened. Mamayev Kurgan, there was a German unit still there, but it was taken out by Katyusha fire. I didn't even place any green ships here, but the Germans decided to move 2 infantry into Stalingrad again. Obviously because of the force multiplier, they are now 4 infantry. This one might actually retake a couple of areas here for some badly needed extra RPCs. On the regional board, it's going pretty well for the Germans. The Russians failed to break through over here, so they're still locked in combat. 1 infantry moved up to Kopania, which was the one that was actually placed for free on the turn. The artillery stayed behind. 1 infantry moved over here, and 1 tank, I believe from Kromoslavka, actually moved up here as well, so that they can actually counter any potential Russian threat. But there's not much of a threat left, but that may change on the next round, so I'll tell you why. And over here, even though the rocket launcher can fire if it's locked in battle, I do believe it still needs to be destroyed as normal, and there's only 1 round of combat. And I believe it's an assault gun. It failed to take it out twice, both on its own turn and on the Russian attack turn. And over here, the Germans decided to attack, and they've destroyed most of the Russian forces in Abganerovo station. They've actually cleared all the Russian forces. The Russians decided not to spend any of their RPCs. I believe it was 11 on this turn, and they plan to spend them on the next turn for another attack that they're going to launch from Krasnoarmeysk, and see if they can take out the Germans that way. But that will be difficult to do. Maybe the Germans shouldn't have moved any units into Stalingrad, but on the other hand, maybe that will actually help them keep the Russians from moving in to Potomnik from that direction, and maybe with the additional reinforcements, if they actually manage to battle their way through in time, because of course the game ends on turn 13. Yeah, that might be a bit of a problem as well. But yeah, certainly many things have been going on. Things still look pretty good for the Germans, I think, and they should be able to win this scenario. Not with a total victory, because there's no way they're going to retake all the areas they've lost in Stalingrad itself, but they should be able to hold on to at least one of them, I hope, for them. Perhaps this one, if they move in some units, or the southern rail station, and then that one they should be able to keep supply through Potomnik, and it doesn't look like the Russians will be able to cut them off. So it certainly looks like the Germans are still headed for a major victory. So thank you for watching, and see you on the next one.